Hey, morning guys, welcome back to the Ahn Rho Project. If you'd like a brief summary or brief breakdown into the Ahn Rho Project, this is the multimedia, self-therapeutic multimedia project that solves one of the challenges and obstacles in our lives, as well as a self-improvement process to reach the highest goals and ambitions that we've set for ourselves, as well as those around us. If you would like a brief introduction, a brief summary as to how we break down the Ahn Rho Project into domains of life, sub-series, analogies, and so on and so forth, you can check that out in previous live streams for the past 3.5 years, straight up to January 2021 and beyond for more updated versions. With that being said, we're going to dive into segment 2. Of course, if you'd like you wait to skip this abridged version of the introduction, you can do that by just moving ahead on YouTube's video or Twitch VOD or Facebook, whatever, by about 2 minutes, and then you'll skip the brief introduction. Also, as part of the second segment, I have to say that it's a Solve 7.0 override, standing for System Override version 7.0. This is a rule to break all other rules, a system principle that frees myself from the system so that I can be practical and purely just focus on the priorities and get stuff done. That's urgent stuff done. So with that being said, we have phase 2, roughly segments 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 segments, but we're going to be doing any order we need to get stuff done. Same thing with phase 3 if we get to that today. I doubt it. So let's just dive into content. We have a lot of stuff to cover. Let's start off with you can see about what you see is what you get, about 60 different sort of screenshots. There's actually more in total, about 75 or at least. So we're going to start with the bottom right hand panel. You can see there's a lot of clothing, finance, photography, food, philosophy, education, media assets, voice recording, so on and so forth, even things to do with illness like COVID-19 and so on and so forth, and finance. So let's start off with the bottom right hand side. I'm going to cover the collages in brief details. You can see here me wearing the mask as well. That is a gift with a V on it, as well as that kind of a striped sweater on the inside. I wore this to the workplace. So I want to cover this because it is a gift item. Both of them class 2 items. They carry a lot of significance. We also have at the very top the collage, and as well as the top left hand side there's that voice recording. Also a live convention for one of the businesses I'm running on the side. Lower the volume a little bit. Bottom right hand side was pop up once again, expanded a little bit. So that was the updated version, and this is the last updated version prior to it. You can see it's just a bunch of photographs of me again, just trying to capture the moment of this special shirt that I received, because I don't, it felt like I received something from a godmother of mine. And same thing with the mask at the top there. Of course, the whole getup is what I wear when I go to work, when I get to shipping, and it has a lot to do with my CPTSD. I didn't realize. Okay, turn to the side. Let's pull that up. Top left hand corner, you see now there's a bunch of stuff unrelated to clothing here. You can see on top left side a lot of Ontario's COVID-19 advisory. So tracking the daily count, I wanted to mention that. We also see the collage of the previous live stream yesterday, right after that, and that's right in the middle, followed by some philosophical quotes like the only expensive thing is ignorance. We'll get to that. And then of course some Chinese instant noodles. So I believe it was Tong Sifu, so that's the brand name in Cantonese. Move it down to the side, so we'll cover all this. Back to the clothing for a second. Top right hand side, you can see again I'm in a different setting this time. I'm downstairs in kind of the lobby area before we shared household between 5 different tenants. One of them is the landlord actually. And so that's me again, just testing out with the jacket on what it looks like when I wear these 2 gifts from 2 different people who are like my godmothers or aunts. Take a look on bottom right side. On time you see more philosophical stuff. So media assets, social media, digital assets, and then lastly but not least, if we scroll down to the bottom right hand side, probably the last thing we'll be able to cover today in terms of phase 2 items is all this commentary. So you see lots of comments and me kind of just capturing the kind of response to that. Plenty of jokes, really, just kind of shits and giggles. And then at the very top, collage of the gifts I received from my colleagues and of like family. And the bottom right hand side, really somebody who revisited a video of mine for a long time ago, and something to do with business at the very bottom, a convention once again. So let's just start with I guess we'll start off with I gotta put up my kind of insignia for now on the bottom right hand side, and let's pull up the most let's start with media assets as we usually do. So I'm gonna pull up this phone right here. I want to say quick brief mention that of course there was also another one. I'm going to showcase it for today just briefly like this. I say that this one we'll cover tomorrow morning because there's a lot to cover on that. But basically in this recording, we have all this kind of stuff here, and I believe it's past couple of days, covers also conversation I had with a volunteer that I used to volunteer with at the seniors home, so the long-term care seniors residence, and we have a very nice conversation, nice chat. I haven't spoken to JY in a long time, so JY just to kind of abbreviate his name, privacy, so I won't give a full name. And we caught up like who's there now, has the staff changed, how's his family, his wife and kids, what's going on with me, my job, and so on and so forth, activities, and just a lot catching up, and a new orientation session. So it was really, really nice. I haven't seen him in a long time. Moving down south, of course, you also seen the title today. Has a lot to do with like safety, banking, clothing, care again, having to do with that, those two people who I wanted to, the gifts, the guardians, and then the godmothers, and then the other thing having to do. So the live stream's a part of this, obviously. So is the voice recording. So let's get rid of this and let's get to the nitty gritty of let's kind of move down. We see here this is the kind of what you call the live convention I having. It started as of yesterday and it's going to go on until the next 2 days until the 14th. But again, Uzana Health Science Americas and research development company in nutrition. I'm probably going to attend that over the weekend, not today or tomorrow. So let's move on to more media assets. So I'm going to scroll down here for a second and we can take a look at some stuff from School of Life London as well as Stoics Reflections. So Only Time Can Heal What Reason Cannot by Seneca. And on the right hand side, School of Life London has a video. One of the odd features of self-hatred is the affliction, something body blah, and they're doing body image for women particularly. Now needless to say, one's more conservative, one's more liberal. Doesn't really matter. Like I said, I want to make a notice, copyright notice, not my stuff, not my shit. Check it out on Instagram. Just go to the pages. I don't take credit for this, all right? But this is basically the kind of stuff, like I said, philosophy has been both my mother and father, psychiatry and philosophy, respectively. So remove those two. I also want to cover two more at the very bottom that I missed from the previous day. Once again, Stoic Reflections. But the other one is my own video here. And come on, University Stash, right? I was just uploading. The only thing it says more expensive than education is ignorance. I wholeheartedly agree, but it's much easier said than done. By Benjamin Franklin. So obviously very costly to not be an awareness of your priorities, especially. So you can interpret this in many ways you want. I also want to cover the collage. Like I said, look at these. All these things for the yesterdays. I went through almost 60 different screenshots, photographs. You can see the Equal Opportunity, AODA, Human Rights, Accessibility Disability Act, training for the volunteer. That's one. Another one was having to do with workplace health and safety, so that had a lot to do with injuries and stuff. And then last but not least, there's COVID-19 screener. Plus you see some food here like quesadillas and stuff like that, and also the yeah. So and then that's basically like 3 trainings plus some food, and we had to cover all that yesterday. So same thing here. Once again, this is what we wanted to bleed into and cover today. Directly in the middle you can see there's also um, the message that I responded to with my business partner about achieving her ranking as a gold director. So I'm really proud of her. Trying to work towards this phenomenal challenge. It's going to be a team effort. Moving on. Okay, so we have only 6 minutes left. I gotta pick up the pace. Current status Ontario. Why do I want to showcase this? Pretty straightforward. Delta variant's picking up. We went from about 150 cases daily up to now 400 cases and increasing. So 450 actually looks like, and it's bound to increase again today. So you can see the uptick of all variants combined. And you can see obviously it's a little bit worrisome trend. So they say it's a fourth wave coming. It just never ends with this kind of stuff. Whether you would decide to you know whether you're for or against the whole masks wearing, the whole vaccination thing, or whether or not, I know a lot of people think this is conspiracy theory or whatever. It's fine, whatever. You hold your opinions. That's what it is. I'm not going to elaborate on mine too much here. Just going to cover objectively and say here's the kind of graph chart that's on the Ontario Science Advisory. So let's remove this kind of stuff here, and let's cover the next thing here. It says an email I received. This kind of bugged me yesterday. by email. I got received something about one of my banks saying, "Oh, you as you said you wanted to receive notifications to pay your monthly payment of like what the fuck are you talking about? Because I don't have any. I never used that card. I got worried. I checked it out. It's like 5 cents. I overpaid, so it's not even I owe them money. It's they kind of owe me 5 cents." And it was just I received a note for nothing. So that was stupid, but it did waste my time, and I took about 20 minutes there just trying to capture everything, and I had to cover that now. Next to that, of course, is the outdated recording snapshot. That was a previous date. Not going to do that because we covered it earlier in the stream. Here is the convention, live Usana live Quen. So there's the business, right, in cellular nutrition and molecular sciences, specifically nutrition. So we see lots of guest speakers: Ashley Collins, Dr. Rob Sinnott, lots of inspirational speakers as well. But again, you take what you can out of this. I don't know how useful they will be, having to do with sales, nutrition, science, right? Amazing stuff, but up to your interpretation. So that is stuff that I will have to attend over the weekend. Now this big ass comment over here, I really appreciate from what's it called, Undying EDM, and he commented, or she commented, on a very old video of mine. I checked out her channel. It has to do with like it says, electronic dance music. So and it's a very unique take, so if you can just go check it out. But I have no idea how I found your channel. Had the link saved, check later, but I see where it comes from. Lots of people go through the phase and blah goes all the way down. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but water it, give it time you want. You can pause this video and read the whole thing. It's a very wholesome thing, because 3 years ago I started something in 2018, the first video that I uploaded, and he or she replied to that, and I very much appreciate the words of kind of wisdom here. And I've obviously grown a lot since the past 3 years since then, but I just want to showcase my appreciation for this person. In addition to that, you can see all these old photographs. I mean, all these photos of okay, here's one. It stings. I just very short comment. It stings in response to someone saying, "Oh no," and how some narcissism and like my biological guardians rape our innocence. Old photos of young me. Saying right here, you can see it right here. I look at old photos of young me and feel sorry for her. She's sweet, kind, well-intentioned, and she has no idea what it will take from a narcissistic abuse. So it's just crazy. Dr. Ramani's video right there, and I just wanted to showcase that. Once again, the EDM thing, like I really appreciate this. You can tell I took several photographs. So that's a video that I have there. Press start BTS behind the scenes 02, and that was like many years ago. No, just like 3 years ago. Here's another comment I received a response to. It's just kind of funny jokes, all hail. The guy says Lelouch, and they go, "Oh, V Britannia commands you." Okay, so this is kind of a little screwing around there. Like I said, jokes. Here's another one. This one's over some anime stuff. Music flows, god tier openings. This is introduced. I remember in like Wales in grade 8. This is like a decade ago, in high school, middle school, and Eureka 7, classic. All hail, and then that's what comes from. Okay. So once again, collages. So we can see the collage at the very bottom. The reason why I'm showing very small, you can see here's a collage of me, all the collage. Again, I got that mask on with the V, and then we also have the striped sweaters. Again, me wearing that, the sweater is gifted from CV. I took a photograph of her. Now what you see at the very bottom, I'm just going to remove that collage. Right down there, I have it very minimized because I don't want to show her face too much, but I took a photograph with her, and this is super important because between CV and IN, I want her to send a photograph of me wearing that shirt as well as the mask with her, kind of like a keepsake for, because I'm going to miss her. I'm leaving, I'm resigning. She's been great person in my life, and so has IN, however, has back pain and stuff like that. She's not at the workplace, so I asked her to send and forward that photograph to IN as well, wearing that mask, that gift of hers. Just a very personal kind of thing. And once again, so that's that. Here's a collage of everything else all together for the past day. And now let's run through the photographs in the next like 20 seconds left. So you can see me with the coat on, see me with this the spring jacket, stuff like that, and you can see the shirt on the inside. I'm just trying to capture my body here. That's all it is, how it looks, and yeah, that's all it is. I would say that I don't have enough time to cover all of it, unfortunately, and so I have to end this live stream as it stands, unfortunately, and we'll continue this tomorrow morning. So yeah, see you then. This is the Ahn Rho Project. Thank you for tuning in. Let's continue this tomorrow morning.